Hey guys, I'm on my way to the racetrack, and I'm M13 for those of you that comment when I don't say that. Uh, and the topic is like, do you get scared? Do I get scared going to the racetrack, or is it scary going to ride on a racetrack? And the answer is yes. I pretty much, I pretty much get nervous slash scared every time I go. And pretty much every time I go, I think to myself, "Oh, this is going to be the day that I crash." and I've gone maybe 2 dozen times or more, and I've never crashed. Um, but yeah, I do it to myself every time. And so how is it that even though I'm scared, and I think there's a good chance I could get injured or wreck my bike, or even worse. How is it that I still go? And the answer to that is, once you actually get on the track and you start to ride, all your fear just kind of melts away, because you get into the groove and you just kind of focus on what you're doing, and you forget about your worries. Oh, 2 cars are doing it. That's awesome. See, this is a turning only lane on the right here. So you got this light I think before this light becomes green for us, it'll become a turning right only. So all the cars, there you go, turning right only. So now all these cars are just like, there's someone probably in this lane that wants to turn right, but they can't because all these other idiots are blocking the lane for them. Oh, there you go. So who's honking? I don't get that. Someone's honking. Oh, it's a taxi. The taxi wants to turn right. Truck doesn't. Yeah, that's one of the things I haven't done yet, is like purposely do that, purposely cut to the front of the line in the turning lane and then cut back over into the go straight lane. That's a habit I'm not going to adopt. And I've adopted a lot of the local habits, don't get me wrong. When I first moved here, for years, I would not run a red light, because that's something I would not do in Canada. And to me, it was 100% wrong, and it's something that I don't want to. I considered myself morally superior to the locals, in the sense that that was what, in that sense, I considered myself morally superior to them, and I didn't want to start doing it and like lower myself to their level or whatever. That was my thinking, and it's a bit egotistical or a bit rude, that type of thought. But that was my thought process at the time. But after, like, I don't know how long it took me, maybe through 2 or 3 years, maybe about 3 years, I'd guess. I just decided to start running red lights, and not like an idiot. Obviously, I wouldn't go flying along and look up and see a red light and fly through it like an idiot. Like, that's just suicide. But if there was a red light, I would come to a complete stop. I'd look left, look right, make sure there's no traffic coming, and then just go. Yeah, sure. And once I started doing that, it made my life a lot easier. Believe it or not, it took a lot of stress off of me, because what had happened before was I'd be stopped at a red light, and all these locals would be flying. Like, especially something like this. Something like this is so safe. Like, if I ran this red light, what are the chances? If I ran this right now, what are the chances of me having an accident? Like, slim to none. Because the only traffic I have to worry about is this on the left merging, and I can see them clearly enough, right? And if I hug the right-hand side when I'm running this red light, what's my chance of having an accident? Pretty much zero. So so with a traffic light like this one, I would often be stopped at the light, and I would have the locals just like constantly passing me, like just flying through the red, and I'm just sitting there like an idiot, stopped, and everyone else is just flying through, and I'm like, and I'd be getting angry. Each person that passed me, I'd be getting angry at them, like, because I felt they were disrespecting me, because here I am being good and following, and I got there first, and they're all like passing me, cutting in line, going through. And then finally one day I just said fuck it, and then I started running the reds too, and it took all the stress off of me. All the anger at the other people just went away. And I was like, yeah, and now even if I'm at a red light and I'm stopped, and someone else runs it, I don't feel the anger at them, because if I did, I'd be a hypocrite, because I do it too sometimes. Not all the time. I don't run every red. But you know what I mean? It took a lot of the stress away, and it made my road experience a lot better and quicker too. It was funny. One of the guys on my tour, like my Taiwan. What's with all the police? I give tours of Taiwan, and they're good. They're worth the money. They're exciting. And one of the guys on my tours, he says, near the end of the tour, he goes, I've run more red lights in this last week than I will in the rest of my life put together. Because yes, even on the tours, we do. You know, especially when we're in the country. If we're in the country, you don't really stop for reds. So yeah, it was kind of funny. I actually, to be honest, I don't think he was saying that about the week of the tour. I think he was saying it about one specific day. Like we had one day where we did a lot of riding, and he was like, I think I've ran more red lights in this one day than I will in the rest of my life combined. I thought that was funny. Oh yeah, there's water. My bike is so nice and clean right now, and there's water on the road up ahead. Gonna have to try to hug the side or find a pace. Oh, if I hug right up on here. Okay. Ooh, big bikes. There's no water down that road. I should have taken that road. It's gonna go really slow. It's funny, the guy was going to the left lane, and I was going to go there too, and then I went on the right, and then he turned and followed me. That's the Taiwanese. Going to Patsai. Oh. Okay. One now. Okay. Ah, got it. Should be quite a few guys today. It's just the end of Chinese New Year, and the track was closed for a week, and then we have it's been raining for us a week solid, and then we've got a bit of better weather today. It's still kind of cloudy, but it might clear up. It's supposed to clear up. Whoa, that was really slippery. Yeah, it's mud, that's why. I put my foot down and it just slid. Anyways, that's my video. Wow! You get it! Okay, give me yellow. Now you go get the blue one. Okay, yellow 放掉. Go get blue one. Why not? You suck at this game. Good, you suck.